Hello, you are watching Bold Science with Firyuza. Today we'll look into a place even scientists rarely dare to enter, straight into the quantum heart of life itself. Why does a human think, feel, dream, and create theories about the universe while a rock or even a supercomputer doesn't? Why does one collection of atoms suddenly become consciousness while another remains cold, inert matter? At first glance, everything seems simple. We are made of the same protons, neutrons, and electrons as in inanimate nature. A rock is two, a processor is two, stars are two. The entire universe is built from the very same set of elementary particles. So why are we alive and thinking while they are not? Modern physics tells us that particles are identical. A proton in your hand and a proton in a distant galaxy are absolutely the same. Does that mean all the difference lies only in how these particles are arranged? Only in the architecture? If so, imagine an ultimate experiment of the future, so fantastic that today it sounds like magic. Science learns how to assemble a human body perfectly, not by growing cells, not by cloning, but by literally positioning protons, neutrons, and electrons at exactly the same location they occupy in a living human being. Micron by micron, coordinate by coordinate, structure within structure, no biology, pure physics. A perfect physical copy of a human being. Would a human emerge? Would it think? Would it be alive? The answer is no. And the reason is far more interesting than simply a missing soul. It goes much deeper. Today, a growing body of evidence suggests that living organisms exist in a special, extraordinary, complex quantum state. So complex that it cannot simply be reassembled. Even if you perfectly reproduce every atomic coordinate, the quantum state won't arise on its own. It's like trying to copy a burning candle by drawing the exact shape of the flame. The shape will be there, but the fire won't. Living organisms can do things that biologists long didn't even suspect. It turns out that inside cells, effects from quantum physics sometimes come into play. The very same physics usually studied for atoms and microchips, not for plants and proteins. Long-lived quantum coherence is when particles behave in a coordinated way, like a well-rehearsed team. Normally, such coherence collapses very quickly, but in some biomolecules, it persists far longer than expected. Quantum correlation are links between different parts of a molecule that allow them to know about each other and act in a coordinated way even when they are separated by distance. This is not instant communication and not mysticism. It's a fundamental feature of quantum physics. Quantum optimization of processes is when a system finds the most efficient path, not by blindly trying all possibilities, but as if it immediately selects the best option. In some biological reaction, electrons move in exactly this way. This is not science fiction. Studies of green plants show that energy transfer in photosynthesis follows paths that resemble a quantum search. And in the operation of certain proteins, researchers have found types of coherence that just 20 years ago were discussed only in the context of quantum computers. Put simply, life doesn't violate the laws of physics, but it uses them in subtler and more ingenious ways than we long assumed. Imagine that inside us operates a system in which the state of every electron is connected to the entire organism, not just where the atoms are located, but how they oscillate, how they are correlated, how they are woven into a single global quantum state. That state is the invisible quantum code that makes life what it is and consciousness what it is. It is what turns a collection of identical particles into a thinking being. And it is precisely why the mechanical assembly of a human is impossible, even if we had a perfect map of every atom. We'll come back to this, because the deeper we dive into the quantum foundation of life, the clearer it becomes. We've only seen the tip of the iceberg. The quantum origin of life is the focus of Vasily Yanchilin's book Quantum Entity, Shape, Motion and Collapse, From Quantum Jumps to the Birth of Mind. The book is available on Amazon in paperback, hardcover and Kindle editions. You can find the US Amazon link in the video description. Viewers in other countries can find the book by searching its title on their local Amazon sites. However, I will explain the essence of all the ideas presented in the book right here. In the next video, we will talk about why electrons in the human body may be physically different at the level of their quantum state from electrons in a computer. Why artificial intelligence, no matter how powerful it becomes, will never turn into a true analog of the human mind, and whether it is ever possible to create life from scratch